again, guys. Welcome back to another Ghost Recon Wildlands video.
Hello.
Everyone wave. To my left, I believe I have an alley. To my right, I should have a mat. We'll figure that out in the edit, but we'll see.
Just flip them, David. They won't understand.
Yeah, just change. If I'm wrong, I'll just change them around, like no one will ever know.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, in today's video, we'll be talking about the new single-player gameplay that's been released by Ubisoft for Ghost Recon Wildlands. It kind of shows what the game will be like playing with 3 AI or CPU characters on your side, instead of just having 3 real-life players, which I'm sure most of us will have, but some people will play this game single-player, so I thought it'd be important to
because they have no
bring
friends!
Yes, but if you've got no friends, we hate to show you how to play the game. But anyway, we'll be looking at the new interrogation features, the squad control feature, and the potential for a cover system, which I think I may have seen, but yeah, we'll look into that in a minute. And also we'll give our overall opinions for the game as well, because this is new gameplay, and we haven't seen gameplay for a long time, and yeah, we'll get into that. So let's roll the intro.
Okay, so first things first, we have the mission details of what we see in the gameplay so far. So let's start off with some of the basics and the mission details. Like I said, the mission on the screen comes about after we steal El Sueño's, Bible, which is
Sueño.
Sorry, I'm not fluent in
Sueño.
Weeb, I don't know. Which is being Bible, which is being worked on. As the devs talked about, we are responsible for our actions, and us stealing the Bible has a ripple effect, causing La Santera, the person helping write the Bible, to be captured by the cartel and held for public execution. So, as we go in a bit
That kind of
further,
just shows how crazy El Sueño is. Like, you can help me write my Bible, but if you make one error, I will kill you. I mean, this is pretty crazy.
You didn't make me look like Jesus enough.
Exactly. I don't look like a deity enough, but sir, you sell drugs to impoverished children. I don't look like a deity enough. So, the ghosts are then tasked by Karen Bowman, the ghost intel advisor, who's been in Bolivia for a long time. She tells them...
Did you say Karen?
Yeah, it's Karen.
Karen,
anyway.
Sorry. I said Karen.
Back to English,
it's probably an
back to
Irish
English,
name,
it's
and then
okay.
I said she, and I thought I'm gonna write it out, and hopefully no one notices. she tells them to get She tells them to get Lan Santera out alive for her captives in order to really annoy El Sueño and destroy his big PR stunt. This game plays on normal difficulty, so if this looks hard to you, you're fucked. But on the highest difficulty, the player dies in one well-placed bullet. So kind of like Rainbow Six Siege in that sense.
Yes. I think we'll be playing it on the most hardest one just for good fun.
Well,
yeah.
wait,
Just
fuck.
for epic bands.
Oh,
No,
no,
David,
really well.
David, you're too bad though, David.
No, I'll be really good. I'll really try in this one, I swear.
Oh no, wait, we'll say we're playing on hard,
Okay.
but we'll put it on easy difficulty and just do some
Yeah,
really
no,
fancy
really good.
editing. Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah.
So, on to more important things. What about the gameplay, David?
One of the biggest things they wanted to show us was obviously the command wheel that obviously controls the AI and the CPU. Because a lot of us were thinking like, how's this gonna work? We've got like 3 guys to take care of the whole time, and we need to know how to do that. So basically, we've got a command wheel.
It's very similar to other Ghost Recon games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
the same sort of thing.
With the command wheel, you get 4 commands for your AI characters. The first one is to open fire, next one hold position, go to the new position, or regroup on you. So yeah, by the looks of it, the wheel looks pretty easy to control, quite fluid. But the person that was playing was able to do it during a gunfight. It wasn't like clunky. There was no menus to go into. It seemed to be able to do it from the click of one button.
Yeah,
so I
a
think
silhouetted wheel so you can still see even the people that may be shooting at you, but command the ghosts.
very fast, very good. I like it. Basically, there's also 4 other commands at the bottom. They didn't really go into that in the gameplay at all, really. But what they had was a vehicle drop, guns for hire, a mortar strike, and create a diversion and recon. Now, the vehicle drop will most likely come from, like, you know, the ghost background team, like Karen Bowman, and people that kind of work behind the scenes during missions.
Kieran,
They'll probably
yeah.
drop vehicles to you. Yeah, and presumably the further you go into the game, the more vehicles you unlock, and you get better vehicles as the game goes on.
And do you reckon you have to unlock those skills as well? Like, do you start with the skills from the
I'd
start of the
imagine
game?
it may
Like, do you
give
have
you
to
the
get these
base
things?
ones. Yeah.
You start with base vehicles, yeah. And then
Yeah, you need to
go
upgrade
more.
it. Like maybe
You
they
can-
drop in
That's really
tuk
cool.
tuk. Drop in a tuk
Yeah.
tuk, and then it
Yes.
becomes like an armored car eventually.
The producers spoke of how if you want to get like a tank, you need to go into like a military base and steal a tank to then unlock it, to then have it available to you, stuff like that. So,
Alright.
like, just getting vehicles would be a mission itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Yeah.
sounds like an end game thing. I don't think that's gonna have something.
I mean, we could just get a tank straight away.
Yeah,
and
just pump
destroy
all
the
our
game.
points into tank. Like, can you aim down a scope? Nope. Can you heal? Nope. But can you drop a tank? Yeah.
I can tank, that's all I need to do. Anyway, so that will most likely come for the background people. Guns for hire should in my opinion, be coming from the Rebellion group known as the Guitarist 66, and that's obviously going to be like the more you help them, then the
more they can help you.
Yeah. Kind of like in Far Cry, is like everyone knows how that kind of stuff works. Yeah. The mortar strikes and the diversions could come from the Ghost Recon team, but also the Guitarist 66 as well. Yet to see how that's going to work. They didn't describe any of this, so this is all just me speculating, but it's more likely what's going to happen. The recon could come from the ghosts, the 3 other ghosts that will be in the game, as an AI feature, but again could also come from the Rebellion group as well.
Okay, so out with the command wheel, we still get an AI control feature in the tradition of Ghost Recon sync shot.
Yes, we all love that sync shot. It's been in every Ghost Recon, so yeah.
I knew that. I've definitely played that before.
Everyone's shooting like a couple of characters at one time. So basically, you can use the command wheel to send AI ghosts to a location. We've seen that before, and after that you then use binoculars to tag the enemies.
Yep.
After you've done that, while still in the binocular mode, you have to initiate a sync shot. I think it's A. You do it. You push A whilst looking at each character. That then, once you've selected all 3 characters you want to kill, that then brings up a screen prompt for each of the enemies. You get a maximum of 3, because obviously you've only got 3 people with you, so you can only select 3 people. However, I think maybe in time, like the more you upgrade them, like one person can maybe take out 2 people really quick. I'm not quite sure, but that could be an upgradable option. Basically, after you've selected all the players, you come out the binocular mode, and then you use the command wheel to select fire, like I spoke of earlier. And this can also be, you don't have to do it that way, you can do it just by, like, if you also want to participate in the sync shot, then you can bring out your scope, and you can also push A at that time, and you remember and shoot your trigger. At the same time you push A, and then your guy will die, and then your AI characters will take out the other 3 people as well. That's
going to be really, really fun for infiltrating places and like sitting up where you want to attack. That's a really, really cool feature.
Yeah, well,
and
you might...
There's a kill down feature as well.
Good for them stealth kills, you know?
You might want to play a single player though, because I trust AI to make the shot more than I would 3 random people. Like, I trust them more than I trust yous, is what I'm saying.
That kind of links into a point I wanted to make about the last thing. You know how you were doing the command wheel stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like that to still be a feature, and you can tell me if it is or not, even if you have players in your team, because if it like did a prompt saying I want you to go here, like you had a team leader.
Well, obviously they didn't show that. I've thought the exact same thing, Matt. They didn't show that in the thing, but I presume when you're doing a sync shot with other real people, you'll be able to put some sort of marker above the head of the person you want like your team to kill. I presume that'll be a thing. Yeah. It's a thing in single player, so I presume it'll continue into.
Yeah, might give it a green light or something like that for the strike commander.
I don't know how
when
you're going to know
lined
like
up a shot or something like that.
I get what you mean, but I don't know how they're going to know like which order.
Well,
like
they expect it to be a mix, I'm sure, but I want that squad feel to be like the same. I don't want it to be taken away just because you're playing with friends, because it should enhance it rather than take it away.
Yeah, I suppose in a sense. I mean, in theory, we're going to be playing with 1 AI anyway, if that's possible. Is it possible to mix and match in that sense?
Yeah, as soon as if there's 1 slot, then you get 1 AI. If there's 2 slots, you get 2 AI. Basically.
Well, we'll be in a private lobby doing that, unless it's a lucky subscriber. But
a lucky Patreon user. Plug Patreon page.
But anyway, so the next biggest thing they wanted to show us was obviously this high value target. They call it an HVT, but it's a high value target, and the interrogation system. You've seen it on the top of the house there, and you catch them on the drone. You really want to get to those guys as soon as possible and get the information out of them before they become aware that you're there and then maybe die. You don't want them to die before you get to interrogate them, because they seem to be quite advantageous to keep them alive, at least till you've got the information out of them. Then you can just play.
You wouldn't want them to like escape, I imagine.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just going to say. It depends on some of the personalities, because remember, some of them are skittish and can be easily frightened and run away at the sign of any combat. Some of them will instead charge head into combat, looking to try and defeat you firsthand, and some will just like sit back or run away or use a decoy of some sort. So you've got to be clever and do your background research before you go after these high value targets. Remember, it's the whole point of the game.
So basically, what is a high value target? A high value target is a cartel manager that is in the camp. Every camp has one, so they'll use you to find them using your drone, or you can just come across them. They should be quite obvious compared to the other CPU characters, so it shouldn't be too hard. But the drone does identify them. If you're just driving around on the drone, it will be obvious which one it is you need to go after to get the information. So basically, what are they? They are a source of intel that create gameplay opportunities. That's what the guy described it in the interview. Basically, to initiate the gameplay, you have to sneak up on them. In my opinion, right, it shouldn't be done. You shouldn't be able to just go up to them whilst like there's gunfire everywhere and then just start interrogating them, right? I think it should be like done sneakily, but I have seen in other people's gameplay, like YouTubers playing it, like you can be in a massive battle and then you just walk up to somebody, he's trying to kill you with his gun, and then you walk up to him and you put a gun to his head and all of a sudden he tells you all the information. Doesn't seem right. I think it should be like a sort of like sneak up on him, catch him by surprise gameplay feature.
If I was shooting at someone and they came up at me and somehow managed to like disarm me or tank 2 bullets to the chest because it didn't hit them to 0 hit points, and then put me to the knees and put a bullet on my head in the middle of a gunfight while other bullets are flying around that could hit me at any moment, I'd be kind of more willing to talk arguably than just one guy on his own.
No, I think it ruins the immersion of the whole idea.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My immersion!
If you want your immersion, just do it the way that you want.
I think you should go in stealthily.
Heads up, we won't.
Out of the way it should be done, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
Me and Matt will be playing with explosive drones.
If you're a bad player, you get frustrated, or you just love a shit fest, then just do it your own way. It doesn't bother me that you can do it both ways, really.
We should do it. We should try and do it.
We're going to do it right, because we're the best.
I'll be demolitions guy. David trying to interrogate a guy, Ali drops in a tank in front of him, like, oh shit, what the...
Anyway, what options do you have when you interrogate him? Basically, there's 3 options. You get interrogate, release, or knockdown. Releasing, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Knockdown obviously means knockout, it's not just knock, let them go. And interrogate is obviously the one you want to push in order to open up the dialogue screen. So for the character that we see in gameplay, you have 3 options. The options might differ depending on the mission goal and the location, but for these ones, you get locate supply raids for supply restock, locate equipment cases to show where new weapons and equipment's been held, or locate rebel ops, which can be used to upgrade the Guitarist 66's power. So we all know they're the rebellion group. So basically, in the... What are you going to say?
Oh, just a couple of points. This is more of an overarching thing. Like, I love how in this game you get like all the layers of everything that you do sort of adds to the story and it adds to like more missions. But that's just really, really cool off the bat, and like that's another example of that, how by picking different options it unlocks more things to do. That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah. It's awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
So you basically have to then choose between those 3. In the gameplay, the player does choose the equipment cases, and then it shows everywhere in the province where the equipment cases are, so you can go to them. And I think the equipment was what? It was weapons and gear, I think it was.
Yeah, weapons and supplies, I think.
And that's like in that one province, and there's 21 provinces across the map, so I presume there's going to be 21 HVTs to take care of throughout. I think there's going to be 1 major camp in each province, and that cartel manager will have certain information to do with that one province. The devs already said when you choose, like say like you choose to get one bit of information and you leave the other 2, or if like you described earlier and you just roll him with a tank and accidentally kill him before you even get the information can still be unlocked like in other ways. Like, you know how in every other Ubisoft game there's like maps to figure out where things are. You can buy maps. It's going to be the same as that. But anyway, one big thing I've seen a lot of comments in our videos and a lot of comments in every gameplay video I've seen: where is the cover system? Why is there no cover system? Now, in my opinion, the game could have done with the cover system. I think most shooters could do with the cover system, just in my opinion. So I was kind of like that as well. But I don't know about you guys. What do you think? Do you prefer a cover system?
I love a cover system.
Yeah. I think it's
like Gears of War.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good, but at the same time, by taking it out, making it just like crouching and like going prone and stuff like that, it forces you to actually move softer. Because in all the other games, you just run, hit R1, oh, I'm instantly in cover, like, seamlessly. Whereas this one, you need to deliberately move slowly to stay in cover because you're low profile.
I have news for you, brother, because, in my opinion, I believe they have added some sort of cover system. They haven't mentioned it, didn't mention it at all in the gameplay, but in my opinion, from seeing, I'll put a certain clip up just now on the screen. I believe they have introduced a soft cover system, like, for sure. In this clip that's down below right now, it should be playing right now if I've edited it properly. There's an element where the player takes cover behind this sort of like concrete block, and as he's going up to it, he definitely turns his body as if he's going behind it, and his body does lower as if he's deliberately trying to stay lower than the cover. And also when he goes around, like to the very end of it to look round towards the camp, he does drop a shoulder as if they kind of, you know that kind of action they do when they look round,
yes,
like, look round an object, they kind of drop the shoulder and go lower and have a look. I believe he did that, and if that's the case, then they have put a very soft cover system into it.
Cover confirmed in Ghost Recon Wildlands. You heard it here first.
It's better than having nothing at all, where you just feel like you're a sitting duck behind.
Before it was
nothing.
like you go crouch and then you have to stand up to shoot and you go crouch again.
It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel. You don't feel like a kind of like a tactical Ghost.
And on that note, that's everything we wanted to cover in this video. We'll be making a new video talking about the skills and how you can upgrade them in the next video, so if you want to check that out, it'll be in the playlist at the end. You can also click on the comment show to get to know us a little bit better, and leave a cheeky like and subscribe if you fancy. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye. Fuck off.